Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into yet another episode. Today we're going mining for some coal. If you saw last episode, then you know that we did some spawn proving, but we're out of coal. So you guys haven't seen this, but I dug this thing all the way down here to bedrock. So this goes all the way down as low as it does. And when I went exploring, I took this cave and I took it on for a little while. So today we're gonna hop in here and just go like this way. We'll see what fun this has for us. First thing I need to do though, before we get started, I realized on the way down is I don't have a shovel. I haven't made a shovel in a little bit, so we're gonna upgrade and get ourselves a nice iron one since I haven't made one yet. So slowly moving up in the world, which is super cool to see. But oh look at that, some coal right away to start this. So we got some positives. So I was thinking of some video ideas or some topics to think about today, and it's literally the first thing that ended up popping in my head was something a lot more deeper than I was initially anticipating for it. But I have a birthday coming up around the corner. I'll be turning 21, and I was like, hey, this is a big birthday and stuff like that. And I was like, it's cool that I have like this thing to document it. So like 5, 10 years down the line, if this is still going, I can look back at it and be like, oh wow, I documented myself at this time in my life here. And it's made me think. It's like looking back, would I be like happy or proud where I am? It's it's odd to say, and it's really weird to think about too, because it's like you don't know how to value yourself in the future because you spend so much of your time you spend so much of your time, I guess, looking towards the future and not enough of your time looking like at the past for how it was. I think's a good way of wording it because it's like your whole time you're in school and all that kind of stuff. It's always like, oh hey, you gotta prepare for this, and you got the foundations of high school for college, and then you got that for your real world, and then the real world you gotta plan for retirement. It's like it's all go 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 go, and you never really just look at how it is affecting you in the moment, which is something that I have yet to really do as I sit here and I think about myself, and it's like, okay, it's like, so like, what do I think of myself this moment? Like, if I were to look back at myself from what I'm doing this moment 5 years down the line, what am I gonna think? It's like there's not a crazy amount like going well for. I guess not going well. I guess going extraordinary because it's like I'm just some 20-year-old who working a 9 to 5 retail job who doesn't have too much besides passion for playing Minecraft. I guess is a good way of wording it because I've just somebody who's enjoyed this game a whole life, and I was like, you know what? Let's play a little Minecraft. Let's enjoy this game and enjoy things that I really do have joy in as I was saying there. And yeah, no, it really made me consider if I would be proud of the moment that I'm sitting at right now. If I were to say a guess, I would say yeah, because every day you're doing something you enjoy is a positive or something to be happy about. Because I think, as Pitbull said, every day above ground is a good day. So yeah, that's the first place my mind ended up going to. I mean, it's a true statement. It's more of, I mean, his way of saying it was like, oh yeah, so see, this is why you got a party and stuff. But my way of saying it is just, hey, I'm making it, moving along. I'm continuing to grow and learn because again, this is always just a learning experience. And the day I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a kid playing a video game really. And that's why I feel looking back at lots of YouTubers I grew up watching. As I if you guys didn't get a chance to watch my YouTube inspirations, that's probably one of my favorite talks that I've had throughout this entire thing. Is when I went to go mining and I just talked about who inspired me to make YouTube and all that. And one of the really big ones is Super Mega, which is this duo from I think they're from South Carolina who just make comedy and all kinds of stuff. And they have a long running podcast which they have been doing for about 10 years and about 8 to 10 years. And that's what really inspired me to do this because the guy Matt, he's the main guy or like the one I watched originally to find out about it is he was 20 when they started their channel and they started doing all that stuff. So I'd be listening back to the old episodes and he'd be like, "Man, I'm 20." He's like figuring out if he wants to have kids in life or what he wants to do. And he's like, "I got so much of my life ahead of me." He's like, "I don't even know what's gonna happen with it." And having hindsight that I do, that's like, oh, he's like 30 now and he's still doing this and stuff like that. It was really cool and inspiring. I was like, wait, I want to have this experience where I could look back at a time capsule and see things like that. Like for example, one of the episodes that I remember was 2016 when they started it, and he was talking about Pokemon Go because it had just came out, and they're talking about how they were having fun with it and how the game was getting boring and stuff like that. And then they're also talking about like the 2016 election where they thought this was going to be the craziest election ever, and they're like, no matter what happens, neither of these candidates are ever going to run again. They're never going to win again. This is just a year where all craziness happens. Which looking back at it, it was a year where tons of craziness happened. But also somehow one of the candidates ended up winning again, and almost twice. Well, depends on the way you look at it and stuff. But it was just really cool seeing them like take things and talk about it in a way that I knew the resolution to it. If that makes any sense, where it's like I have the hindsight of 9 years in the future, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe they would ever think that this Pokemon game would not be boring and people would just stop playing it, or crazy stuff like that. And it's just really cool to have the ability to have made something or to even experience something that goes on for that long that you can look back like, wow, man, that aged really poorly. I mean, you see stuff online all the time of people who say things that age really poorly. I watch sports compilations all the time of people. They're like, oh my god, they're like Johnny Manziel. He's going to be bigger than LeBron James was in Cleveland. And if you know anything about sports, Johnny Manziel is one of the biggest busts in the history of football. He was drafted by the Browns and he ended up doing nothing. So it's just like crazy statements like that where like there's no way he said that or that can happen. And then when it doesn't happen, you look crazy. Or on the flip side of when you make one of those crazy statements and they're right and they nailed it perfectly. Another good statement is it was like in 2016 some random guy at ESPN said that Tom Brady's going to fall off a cliff when he hit like 35. And then he played for another 7 years and won like 4 Super Bowls or something crazy. So those are always really funny and interesting to see. Oh, look at that. We hit something. I wasn't expecting to run into something so quick. But yeah, you literally never get to know. I guess that really didn't make sense to follow up with that. But yeah. So anyway, leaving back into where this whole um existential life conversation ended up starting with, it's like, will I leave myself a legacy that I'll be proud of? And if not, what do I need to do in order to leave that legacy? Because obviously if I'm not in the spot right now to make the legacy, I obviously eventually want to be. So it's like, okay, what do I gotta do to make it happen? And it starts now. I mean, I'm in a good spot where I control my destiny. I control my future, as they say. So I gotta grab the bull by its horns. Another analogy to use for this. Okay, this goes up. I want to torch. I don't want to go too high up here, but just enough that we can Grab these resources. I want to see how much resource we got at the moment. 25 coal. The big thing is just coal, honestly. Everything else doesn't truly matter to me at the moment. I'm gonna get more. Coal and iron are literally the only two things I will be hunting for. Uh-oh. Oh, oh. Take care of yourself. Man, this game's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Let's bring our way down. Oh, oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm ready for you. Oh, oh, I wasn't serious. Okay, we're done. Okay, look at that. We clutch. Oh, jeez. There's more. There's more. Oh, jeez, I didn't expect three of them right there. Keeping me ready, my goodness. But hey, led us to coal. Yeah, this is a big cave. I wasn't expecting this caving trip to turn into much. I was expecting just to mine, find nothing. We got another guy. World. Dang, yeah, this might end up having to be a two-parter down here in this cave. Was not expecting that. Problem is, though, it's kind of late, so if I do a partial tonight, I will not remember how to leave the next one, and I'll have to actually edit myself a video to do the next one, so would be a funny situation to try to have to remember my ways to back out of the cave. Oh, okay. Okay, we're dead. Good time to learn where the cave is. You know what? Maybe we end this mining trip now. You know, what are the odds of that, right? As I was talking about how we this is kind of funny. Right as I was talking about how we make this a two-parter, I'm gonna leave the caves. We're about to die. But yeah, 45 coals are pretty good. That's about all we used. We used how much did we take? Took 42 is what we originally took. 32 for all the out there, and then I took 10 more to come down here to go mining. So we've already replenished all that we lost. Also, something really dumb I realized is I did not mine this high enough up. I don't know what I was I don't know what I was thinking, but apparently this is not high enough. I need to go one more. See, look, I'm hitting my head on all these. So I'm gonna have to line this all up one more, which is not too bad now, now that we have iron, but I had to do it for like half of that going down, and it was a bit annoying. You don't realize it until you actually have to run up a huge flight of stairs, but better realizing it now than when I actually have to like hurry and rush up the stairs. Eh, I was gonna stop, but I mean we're basically there. Why not at least get it here? You know what? To here is good enough. Down the rest of the way they can figure it out. But we ended up getting ourselves some iron. We can put one back because we won't need that. Inventory's up, and that's gonna be it for this episode. Pretty successful, I would say. at the very least, we got ourselves some good materials. Gonna need to replenish that. We went through about, I think, about 3 iron pickaxes, so all the um all the cobble in our inventory should say a good amount to the amount of mining we did. I mean, it's gonna make up for all the stairs that we ended up mining. Gravel is one thing I am annoyed with because I just keep getting so much of it. Hopefully that, hopefully we find a use for it or something. Because if not, it's just gonna burn a hole in my chest. I'm gonna have to just put a chest in the corner and just not touch it anymore. See what time of day? It's day, so oh, I was gonna look at the mob spawning and how it looks, but don't worry about it. Oh, that's gonna be it for today. We're probably gonna go mining again next episode and talk about something else that's meaningful in life. But until next time, bye.